Hello, my headless guitar heads out there. How are you guys doing today? I hope you guys are amazing. I can only imagine it's not easy being as beautiful as you are. So I'm coming to you with my beautiful metal mug so I can drink my heavy metal coffee. So today I'm gonna show you. I wouldn't call it this a guitar lesson. I'm just gonna show you a couple of things that I use myself when I play, and it might help you or maybe not. So here we go. Oh, before we start, just to get this out of the way, if you feel like it, just do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, drop a comment, share with your friends, and eat a donut because I love you. And now, let's come on. So here we are. I'm David. I'm coming to you all the way from Venus because they just found traces of life in Venus, and it's me, man. Here I am. Just all by myself, just like Mariah Carey. I'm gonna show you just a simple progression in G major. Those four chords that everyone plays: G major, E minor, C major, and D major. But we're gonna play it in two different ways. So when you're playing these chords, you're just not stuck playing them exactly always with the same voicings and with the same sound. So the first one is gonna be G major. I don't think that I have to go through the chords, all the notes in all the strings, because I think there's a lot of millions of videos explaining that and a lot of information on the internet. So I'm just gonna skip that, if you let me. So the first one is a G major. So first thing with the G major, I never play this B note here. So this is just your index finger on the second fret of the A string. It's a B. I'm sure when you first learned, at least when I first learned this chord, I learned it like this. But man, always, through the years, there's something with these three low notes. Man, it gets me every time and I don't like it. So I never play this. I don't really think it makes that big of a difference. And if I need to play a B, then I take this ring finger out and I have the B string here. So I have the B note. And this one sounds more pleasing to me, at least. I think it sounds better than this one. Yeah, just my personal preference. So this is the first one. G major. And then your E minor. And then C major. And then D major. You're gonna keep these two fingers here all the time. So I know if you're a beginner and it's gonna hurt, and I'm sorry, I don't want to be the one telling you this, but that's the truth, man. It's gonna hurt. There's no shortcut for that. So it hurts and it is what it is. So you're gonna just keep your fingers like this with all the chords. So G major again. Now E minor, you play like this and leaving the fingers there, so you have this sound. Sounds cool. And then the C major, you play like this. So instead of playing this C, you play like this. So these fingers are always here. And then the D major, you're just gonna move your index finger here and it's gonna have this sus4 sound. So that's how you're gonna play the first version. So again, G major, E minor, C major, and D major. And now I'm just gonna play the chords like as if I was playing a song, and you're gonna see that it really sounds familiar. So here we go. So there you go. So what I did here when I finished the sequence with the G major, I actually when I grabbed the D major, I just left all the fingers there and just placed my middle finger on the G and have this chord. So it's kind of cool. So if you want to add this note, just have to move one finger and that's it. So this is the first version of this progression. So the second version, it's gonna sound very similar, but we have a few differences. Just so you're just gonna switch a few notes here and there to make it more, maybe more interesting. Imagine if you're playing a song with these four chords, and you just play the sequence over and over again, and then you might think, okay, so maybe in the chorus I can play this version of the progression, and on the verses, for example, or on the bridge, whatever, you play the second version of the sequence. So it's gonna be the G major is gonna be the same. Now, when you play the E minor, it's almost the same as the previous one, but you take your pinky out of the E string, so the first string, and you have an open E. So you have this sound. And now, C major, you're going to play this way, you know? It's probably the first way that you learn how to play a C major. You know, just a regular C major. And why do I pick this one instead of this one? Well, first because it's different, right? It sounds different. But then, when you play the D major in this version 2 of the progression, you're just gonna grab the same shape, same fingers on the same strings, and you just move it up 2 frets. So C major, you move it up 1, 2, and you have this beautiful sound. Woo! Oh man, and the battery is gonna die.
2 hours later.
So you have these open strings. You have a G open string and an E. This one, this. Man, it sounds so good. So again, G major, the same like as version 1. E minor, you take your pinky off the fretboard, so you have an open E. Then C major, and then the D major. Okay, so I'm just gonna play like before, like if I was playing a song. Woo! Man, it sounds great. I love this progression. So what I did here when I was playing the D major, I actually, before I switched to G major again, I added with the pinky, like on the E string, the 5th fret, this note. So the chord became this. Or this. So whichever you prefer. This is it. This is just the 2 versions of the same progression. I'm just gonna play them, you know, back and forth. I'm just gonna play version 1, version 2, then version 1 and version 2. Maybe I'm gonna add, you know, a note here and there, but yeah, that's the basic concept of just playing the 2 different versions of this progression. Here we go. Oh, one more thing before I go. So for the next videos, I'm gonna start to. I'll just have the link on the description below to with my PayPal, you know, username, or maybe just the link for, you know, donations, man. You know, it's tough times. I'm a working musician. I'm just making my money playing the guitar and singing. And right now it's tough. So if you guys can and you feel like, making a small donation, I don't know if they have a minimum amount, but 10 cents, 50 cents, €1 or dollar or whatever currency you're using, anything, yeah, you can. Will be much appreciated, man. Really. There's just a way to support me as a musician and just to support the channel and help the channel grow. Like always, love is the answer. So I love you guys. See you next time. Peace.